I mean, I'm gonna be in the ring different. Like I say to him in Spanish, he needs 20 like him to give me a little problems.
Excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch.
Supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people.
Canelo Alvarez warned Terence Crawford that he was confident he could defeat him during a live press conference. Canelo emphasized that he thought he had the advantage because of the difference in weight classes and that his experience and skill level were considerably greater. He was evident that Crawford had little to offer as a challenge because he was 3 weight divisions lower. Canelo saw the battle as a chance to demonstrate his boxing prowess and was confident that his size, strength, and experience would win him the bout.
Bud Crawford, just won his debut at 154. Said if the money's right, we'll fight. Everybody wants that fight. What do you feel about that matchup? People saying the weight, all this stuff. How do you feel about that?
You know, everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out and everything. And you know, like I say, I have nothing to win with Crawford. 2-3 weights class less than me. But if the money is right, why not? Right? Why not? But look, I'm focused 100% on Berlanga. I know I have a challenge in front. I never overlook any fighter. So I'm focused 100% in this, and then we'll see.
Throughout his career, Canelo, who currently holds the undisputed super middleweight title, has proven to be incredibly strong, accurate, and defensive. He is a dominant force in the division because of his ability to set the terms of a battle and manage its pace. Crawford, on the other hand, has unquestioned position in several weight classes and is known for his quickness, versatility, and adaptability. He can outmaneuver opponents and take advantage of opportunities thanks to his ability to transition between orthodox and southpaw stances and his keen ring IQ. With Canelo's strength and experience pitted against Crawford's skill and agility, this fight promises to be an exciting spectacle that could go down in boxing history.
Crawford said that he moved up and won, and Canelo moved up and lost.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won.
I don't think that was a strong point because Canelo Alvarez actually moved up and won. I mean, he moved up a lot of weight classes, but if you want to talk about light heavyweight, he moved up and he beat Kobe. Then he moved up again and he lost to Bivol. Terence Crawford, on the other hand, he moves up to 154. He won 115, 113, but it was against an 11-0 Madrimov who didn't really have much of a resume, right? But there's a difference, to be real. I mean, Bivol is a Hall of Fame. Okay, this guy, you know, all-time light heavyweight. This is a bit different. Canelo did knock out Kovalev when he did move up, okay? And Kovalev is a bigger challenge at light heavyweight than Madrimov at 154 for Terence Crawford. Let's just keep it up.
The importance of size disparities in boxing has been emphasized by trainer Joel Diaz, especially when smaller competitors advance to take on opponents who are inherently larger. He contends that a single blow can significantly change the outcome of a bout, particularly if one of the fighters is used to a heavier weight class. In light of Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez's next fight, Diaz's viewpoint is very pertinent. Even though Crawford has proven to be incredibly skilled and versatile throughout his career, Diaz says it would be difficult to go up 2 weight classes to take on a warrior like Alvarez. Being a natural super middleweight, Alvarez has a lot of experience fighting bigger opponents in addition to his physical and strength advantages. Crawford is renowned for his quickness and technical skill, but Diaz notes that these qualities might not be enough to make up for the physical differences in this case. A key component is the capacity to take and sustain blows from bigger opponents, and Alvarez's background in this area may offer him an advantage.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Canelo Alvarez's determination to take on strong opponents in a variety of weight divisions has defined his journey to stardom. Notably, Canelo's victories over these more formidable opponents have cemented his standing as a tough and cunning boxer. Beyond his achievements in the ring, Canelo's importance to Mexican fans is comparable to Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s popularity among black communities. Canelo was born in Guadalajara, Jalisco, and his admirers find great resonance in his ascent from modest origins. His success story, which stands for tenacity and pride, represents the goals of many Mexicans.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
Former welterweight champion Shawn Porter, who fought Terence Crawford in the ring, has voiced doubts about Crawford's capacity to resist Canelo Alvarez's strength. Although Porter respects Crawford's toughness, he wonders if he can withstand the physicality of a fighter like Canelo, who is inherently larger and stronger. He stresses that it is a different difficulty to take a strike from a bigger man, and the battle may be greatly affected by the weight differential. Porter argues that in order to lessen Canelo's power, Crawford's tactics might need to concentrate on avoiding interactions and depending on movement. He adds that although Crawford has proven resilient in the face of tough welterweights, moving up to super middleweight brings with it new difficulties. Porter's observations draw attention to the matchup's intricacies and emphasize how crucial planning and flexibility are when taking on a strong opponent like Canelo Alvarez.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean?
Because of the significant weight difference between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, promoter Eddie Hearn has called the next bout between the two combatants a freak battle. Crawford will be stepping up to super middleweight to take on Canelo, a natural super middleweight champion, after having previously competed at welterweight and light middleweight. Hearn notes that Canelo may weigh between 185 and 190 pounds on fight night, while Crawford may weigh between 168 and 170 pounds, indicating a notable size and strength advantage for the Mexican champion. Hearn questions Crawford's capacity to overcome the physical mismatch despite Crawford's remarkable abilities and achievements, which include being the first-man boxer to be undisputed in 2 weight divisions. According to him, even if Crawford does well, the size gap could be a significant barrier. And because of the disparity in natural sizes, a victory for Alvarez could not be as significant.
How is Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
Yeah, I don't think he can, in all honesty. I mean, he might not be able to bridge it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
one weight class.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35. 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like, he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized. against Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. But you have to use your movement if you're Terence Crawford in that fight. The last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight, trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running, but he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him.
Yeah.
You know.
That concludes today's video. Watch for the next one.